Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to grow on TikTok fast. And why can I teach you? And why should you stick around to listen? Because I've done it. I've been on TikTok now just over 6 months and I've grown my following to over 150,000 followers. I've gone viral multiple times. And by the way, quick fact, apparently viral is actually classed as going more than 5 million on a video. So if you think you've gone viral, have you yet hit 5 million? You've got to ask yourself that question. Well, I've done it multiple times. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you, how to grow fast, how I've done it, and some of the key tips, tricks, and hacks that I want to share with you, which I've done throughout my TikTok career, if you call it that. And I want you to be able to go on to implement that yourself. So the first thing to look for in starting a TikTok account, in my opinion, and what I've been learning, is what's your purpose? Like, why are you actually creating a TikTok account? What do you want from it? I think you have to start with the end goal and work your way backwards. It's important to realize, why are you posting content? Are you adding value? Is it information? Is it drama? Is it comedy? What's it all for? And what's the bigger picture? So for me, I always want to capitalize on any social platform. I don't just want it to be a case of it's an app that's taking up my time and I'm getting no return on time invested. So I always had the intention to get brand deals, work with sponsors, and ultimately build a business on the social platform, because we can all build a successful brand and a successful business off the likes of YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, although that's a little bit trickier now, but TikTok and YouTube, absolutely, businesses can be built. So my intention was, I want it to look professional. I want to add value. I want to deliver accurate and factual information and my opinions on, well, all different types of topics, to be honest with you. Now, I'm very broad in my content. And what I want to do is I want to diversify the value that I can offer people who watch. So first step, how do you actually go about finding what you want to put out into the world in terms of content? Well, you've got to research, you've got to learn, you've got to understand and really get to know the algorithm. In 2023 right now, the algorithm has changed so much, and these social platforms, especially TikTok, are so smart. The algorithm knows you probably better than you know yourself in terms of patterns and habits. And what it does is it gives you a massive dopamine hit on some videos where you get a huge spike and then it drops off. And that's happening a lot at the moment. Second part is start building your community, start creating engagement. And how can you do that? As soon as you get to 1,000 followers, you can go live on TikTok. I would recommend you do as many scheduled lives and show up each time, where you put a subject, an agenda, host the live, remain on there for a decent time. If you can, an hour plus. Start opening up the floor or the live essentially to questions, start giving value, start talking to people who are going to, one, follow you, be loyal, and help push your content down the line, because there will be dips, there will be highs, lows, you name it. And if you've got a loyal community that you're building from the off, they will follow you and talk to other people about your content and help share, because that's the real key point, which we're going to come on to a little bit later. So start building your community ASAP. Now, off the back of building your community, what you are going to want to do is try to reply to every single comment. Comments are the key to growth. I promise you. Comments, shares, and saves, which I'm going to go into a little bit further down the line. But comments, please reply to everyone, whether it's a good comment, a bad comment, and try and reply with an opening question where someone can then reply to that comment that you've just left on the initial comment. So keep the comments going. That sparks the algorithm, which will push your video even more to a wider audience. What I have learned along this journey of building my own page is that TikTok goes through like 3 stages. When you put out a video, it'll go to a small audience. It will see what the engagement's like. See if you get views, likes, any comments. A little bit down the line, a few hours later, it will go to a wider audience and it will test it on that market to see what engagement you get. If it's still relevant to a bigger audience, which might be maybe global, maybe it's pushing it to another country, then a few hours later, it will push it to like a 3rd layer, which will be an even bigger audience. And if you again start getting comments, likes, and shares and saves, it will then help push it organically. And that's what you want to aim for. Content that's really engaging, you've got a good community behind it, and everyone can leave a comment, ask a question, which you are going to answer. Because I tell you this now, there is nothing worse than joining a live or putting out a video, you reply, whether that's on a live, you put a comment, or you leave a comment on a video, and the content creator never gets back to you. So try and reply and engage with absolutely everyone. Now, what have I found has really helped with the rapid growth of my TikTok page? Well, I've actually got to over 150,000 probably in a period of actually 4.5 months, although I've been using the platform for 6.5, around about that time. But I took it seriously really within the last 4.5 months, where I worked out what was working and then I doubled down. What I have done consistently, which I would pass on to everyone, is 3 times a day. Try and post morning, mid-afternoon, and in the evening. If you're in the US, I would base it on US times. If you're in the UK, I would just base it on UK times. Because once you have started posting a lot of content, you're going to get analytics to tell you when your followers are at their highest engagement. It makes no sense if at 7 p.m. you've got most of your users on the platform and you're posting at 7:30 in the morning. But if you're doing 3, what you can do is you can really test the analytics of what works. Because I'll be totally honest with you, a lot of people try to say that there is a perfect time to post. There is not. There are good odds and analytics that you can go off. But ultimately, I've had viral videos that I did 8 in the morning on a Saturday that blew up and did over 1 million views in like the first hour. I can't tell you why. I think it was just relatable. And again, it was quite engaging. And I have a good community to push me, that launch from the off on all of my videos. Moving on from posting 3 times a day, I would say always look to improve your quality. I can tell you now, from the beginning of my TikTok journey, I was not sitting in a studio with 2 cameras facing me, 2 lights and a production team. I didn't start out this way. It was literally a camera and a mic, a plug-in mic. So always look to tweak, improve. Again, going back to what I said at the beginning, research and learn what works in your field. If you've niched down and say you're talking about property or how to make money, go to those channels that are in the same industry as you and they're getting high amount of views. What are they doing? What's worked well? What didn't work well? What's also relevant and current? And look at the trending music. That really makes a difference. A lot of people don't really take too much notice of the trending music. I think it makes a massive difference. So again, blueprints are everywhere. Go check out what your competitors are doing. Again, I would say be original, take what they're doing, but put your own spin on it. There's nothing worse than literally copying word for word someone else's content or riding off the back of someone else, but you can get a good idea of what's working. Take that idea, put your own spin on it, and always improve.
This episode was sponsored by Peter Komalafe, the author of The Money Basics. Manage your money and plan for your future and get back to basics. So what are you waiting for? This is available for pre-order on Amazon. The links will be in the description below. Go get yourself a copy now.
Grid aesthetics. This is also an important part. If you want to look professional, you want to appeal to brands. Imagine someone landing on your page. Have you got the caption set up? Does it clearly state what the video is about? And then make it look really professional. Coloring good, make it all aligned, and make sure everything's clear. Make sure when someone lands on your TikTok page, they know exactly who you are, what you do, and the value that you're offering. And that will really appeal to brands a little bit further down the line who are paying some big money right now to TikTokers who have a great page, high engagement, and a really professional look. And that's why I always go for grid aesthetics. Now, this one might seem small, but it's important to me. It'll be somewhere on the screen. Bio description. Keep it nice and tidy. There's nothing worse than landing on a bio and you only get limited characters where the first line is jumbled, it's long, second line short, few emojis, third, fourth line, it's chocker, it doesn't really make sense. Have everything nicely aligned. I like to sort of bring it down to the grid. So it might seem small, but it makes a difference. Now, this one's really important to me. Profile photo. If you take a look at mine, we'll pop it up on the screen somewhere. Yellow background, I've got the grey jumper on, it just pops, it stands out. I put that little border around my body. It stands out. So if I'm ever on a live or I'm engaging with someone, you can't help but notice my profile photo against someone else's who's just an image of them, but they've got a normal background, they're in the library, they're in the office, wherever they are. It doesn't really stand out. So the eyes aren't going to you. So if you haven't already, make a really cool, punchy, bold profile photo. Now, this is a 50-50 with some people. My personal opinion, do not pay for ads. The reason being is I believe that most social platforms know that when you start paying for ads, they're almost like, come on, keep paying. Put your hand back in your pocket. And what you're going to see is you're going to see a dive of views and engagement on your profile. Now, I say this because I also know people who have paid for ads because they had that dopamine hit initially. They went onto the platform, they got a few likes, they got loads of views, stuff like this, and they're like, I absolutely love it. Then the platform was like, right, now we're going to test your loyalty. I really believe TikTok is a platform that tests your loyalty, where it will be like, right, we're giving you no views, we're not giving you any organic push now. Let's see if you change onto another platform and if you still stick around to feed us the content which actually we do like. We're just testing your loyalty. I've always stood the test of time when it comes to the loyalty, because I am not bothered by the views. I'll still show up, I'll still post. So what I would say, it's too enticing to go, oh my God, I'm not getting views anymore. I'm going to pay £5, 10, £20 for a boost, which is going to get me 10,000 likes because I need the dopamine hit. I need to get my views and likes. Don't be that person. Have self-control, still show up, still be consistent, put out good content, always improve, and the platform will start to reward you. I recently went through a lull where like a week and a half to 2 weeks, I was getting no views and I was thinking, what is going on? I still didn't put my hands in my pocket because I know that once I do that, the platform's going to be like, oh, he has got money. Okay, well, we're going to keep waiting for him to pay. You're not getting a penny out of me. I've got good organic content. What I also would say is go for organic on all platforms, and then you know it's legit. You know people are really getting value from it. Now, onto the final few points, which is going to make your TikTok grow and no one else is talking about. Create controversial content around the things that you love, you're passionate about, and that you believe in, but ensure that you're creating a disagreement and an agreement where everyone can get involved. So one of my biggest videos, 18.5 million, where I said be the last one in and the first one out into your workplace. And what I meant was do your contracted hours, go home and work on yourself, basically. That was the message. Of course, that sparked, you can't say that, you're going to get me fired, I'm not doing that, I'm married to the job. And all hell broke loose, both good and bad, although I would say 90% were in favor of me. But it caused the disagreement and the agreement, and people just created this internal argument. I didn't need to do anything else. Next thing you know, my face is being shown all around the world within a matter of 48 hours. It was insane and it changed the game. Hence why you hear people keep saying TikTok can literally make you into someone overnight. And the opportunities I've now had from TikTok through brand deals, sponsorship, monetization is insane, and everyone can do it. Now, how do you go viral? Well, the first thing to do is don't go and pay for a mentor on TikTok when they haven't gone organically viral. And I say that again, never pay for someone to teach you how to go viral, when you could do it yourself, by the way, who has not gone organically viral. Again, viral is 5 million plus. Get them to prove. If they have a video that's done 5 million plus, ask them to show you their analytics and the data, and it will tell you whether they paid for the video or not. You can all ask me that, by the way, and I'll show you all of it was organic. But if you are going to pay for anyone, make sure it was an organic video that went viral, 5 million plus. But how do you go viral is a question a lot of people get asked, and a lot of people who have never been viral are teaching this and charging thousands. I'm telling you for free. Likes, comments, shares, and saves. That's all you need to do. So when you're making a piece of content, make sure that it's relatable. It's emotionally triggering on people's, heartstrings. Maybe it's personal to them. Maybe they've gone through it. Maybe it's something that they've been through in their life where they feel really strongly about it. Make sure everyone has an opinion about it. Don't put out content that's kind of like, neither here or there. Be Marmite. That's the best type of content, is you either agree or you don't agree. And if you feel strongly about it, you're going to send it to Dave and Lucy down the pub. You're going to tell everyone about it, and you're going to leave a comment because you want the content creator to know exactly how you feel. Now, finally, what is the ultimate secret to growing fast on TikTok, monetizing, and potentially replacing your income from your full-time job? Because you can do it on TikTok. What's my number one secret? There'll be a drum roll. It is consistency. That's it. I've just shown up all the time. When people have fallen off because they're not getting the views, I still post because I'm not emotionally involved with this. I'm totally disconnected. I'm using it for the purpose of a business platform, a branding platform, and I am consistent. I am persistent as well. I will keep going. I know that it's there for the taking. I know people who have been extremely successful on TikTok who are earning tens of thousands every month. And I look at them and I think, you're just a human being. You're no different from me. You might have a better camera, probably not. I've got two really cool ones in front of me, but you're just a human. You started from somewhere just like me, and everyone watching this, you can monetize on TikTok. You can replace your income on TikTok. The opportunity is endless. Just show up. Consistency is key. I hope this has helped. Please do hit like and subscribe, and there will be a part 2 to how to grow fast on TikTok.